Hey, hi, and welcome back to the last video of this topic and also the module. So in previous video, I showed you the practical demonstration of first project, and in this video, I'm going to show you the demonstration for the second project, which is DC motor speed control using preset. Alright, so in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to control the speed of DC motor by rotating the knob of preset. Okay, so again, this particular video is going to be a lot interesting and I'm sure you will definitely enjoy this particular video. Alright, so now let's start with this video. Alright, so this is basically the second demonstration, or you can also consider it as second project. So first of all, let me explain you what we are going to do in this video. So I'm actually going to rotate this particular knob of this preset, and that will actually change the voltage at the center pin of this preset. Okay, so basically here we are providing the changing voltage or analog voltage between 0 to 5 volt to the analog pin of this controller. And based on the analog reading which this controller is reading, based on that, it's actually going to decide what will be the speed of the motor that we have connected here. Okay, and accordingly, it's going to send the control signal or the command signal to the motor driver IC. So the project is very simple. By rotating this knob, the analog voltage will generate at the center point of this preset, and that analog voltage we are providing this to this controller, and then this controller is reading that analog voltage, and based on the voltage reading between 0 to 5, it's going to take the decision what will be the speed of the motor, and based on that, it's actually going to send the data or control signals to this L29 3D IC. Okay. So now let me show you the demonstration, and for that let's program the code in this controller. So I will go to the Arduino IDE, and this is basically the simple code that we are going to program in this microcontroller. So for that, first of all, let me click on this button now, and right now the code is compiling, and in a moment the code will be programmed in this controller. So you can see the code is now programming, the computer is now programming the code, and the motor is now rotating at a certain speed. Again, I will open the terminal window, because on terminal window you will see the voltage at the center pin of the preset. Okay, so I will rotate the knob of the preset now. So I will rotate the knob, and you will find that the speed of this motor will actually change. So we almost reached to the maximum value. Okay, on the terminal you can see we are actually getting 4.7, so it can go max up to 5 volt. So let's not go to the 5 volt, and let's decrease the speed of the motor, and also I will rotate this knob now in anti-clockwise direction. So you just observe. So you can see on the terminal the voltage is 0.7031 volt, and this is basically the voltage which is present at the center point of this preset, and right now the speed of this motor is 35. Okay, so you can see how slowly the motor is rotating. Alright, so now let me switch off the power supply. Alright, so that's what I wanted to tell in this video. I hope that you enjoyed this demonstration. So here my purpose was to show you that with the help of this preset, we can actually control the speed of motor. And we rotated this knob, and by rotating the knob, we changed the voltage at the center pin, and that actually changed the voltage, the voltage at these 2 points, okay? So I didn't show you that thing. So I will show you that once again. So by rotating the knob, the voltage at these 2 points are actually changing, and that's the reason, the speed of motor is actually changing, okay? So I will show you that now. So for that, first of all, let me remove these these wires from these terminals. Alright, so I have removed the wires now, and let me change the view. Alright, so now let me switch on the power supply. So we have switched on the power supply, but this terminal is actually now disconnected from the controller because we switched off the power supply. So in such situation, you have to reconnect to the terminal. So I will click on this serial monitor option once again, and now again it's sending the data, okay? So now let's check the voltage at the terminal. So these 2 points I will check the voltage. I think the contact is loose. So let me tighten these screws first, and also I will tighten this screw. Alright, now let's check the voltage at this point. So right now the voltage, you can see it's -2 volts. So I will change the polarity. So you can see right now the voltage is 2 volt. Just a second. Alright, so right now the voltage is 2 volt, and if I rotate this knob, you will observe that the voltage will change on the multimeter, and that's how we actually changing the speed of motor. So I will just rotate this knob now, and you just observe the multimeter. So the voltage on the multimeter is changing. So you can see right now 5.5 volt is there. So we will actually reach up to, we will reach up to 12 volt because that's the maximum supply that we have provided to the L293D IC. So just a second, let me rotate this knob. So right now you can see the voltage is 9.88. So now voltage is 10.34. So again I will rotate this knob now. So you can see now the voltage is 11.53 volt, okay? So if I rotate this knob now in anti-clockwise direction, so you will observe that the voltage on the terminal block will actually decrease, okay? Alright, so that's how basically we are controlling the voltage across these terminals, okay, by rotating the knob of this preset. Now here you will have a question, how exactly we are controlling the voltage across these 2 points, okay? So many of you will have a question because we discussed that the control pins which we are using to control this motor, those pins are actually, we just have to, those pins are actually enable pins, okay? Either it will be 0 volt or plus 5 volt on the control pins. So how we are controlling the speed of motor, or how we are controlling the voltage across these 2 terminals? So I'm not explaining that particular concept in this training, but I will give you one hint, and that hint is, it is called as PWM, which stands for pulse width modulation. So you can search about this pulse width modulation technique and how exactly, the pulse width modulation technique work. So what we are doing, we are actually controlling the enable pin with the help of PWM pin which are actually present on the controller. Okay, you already know that we have connected the PWM pins of the controller to the enable pins of this L293D IC. And by using the PWM feature of this controller, we are actually controlling the enable pins of both the channel. Okay, and that's how basically we are controlling the speed of motor. So PWM is hint for you, and you can search or do the research on this particular topic, and you will get to know how exactly the voltage on these two pins it's actually changing. Okay, so it's basically a concept of averaging. So by providing the PWM signal on the enable pins of this motor driver IC, we are actually generating the average voltage on these two pins, and that's how we are actually controlling the speed of motor. Okay, alright, so that's what I wanted to tell in this video. I hope that every single thing that we discussed in this video is now clear to you, and also I hope that you enjoyed this particular demonstration. Alright, so this was basically the last video of this topic and also the module. I hope that you enjoyed this module and also each and every video which was present in this training. And if you still have any kind of doubt related to any of the video, which not just about this particular topic but any of the video in this entire training, then definitely you can reach to me and I will help you with that. Okay, so now I will see you in the next video which is about training conclusion. Okay, so I will see you in the next video now.